The first of which is this idea of what we call spanda. This idea that everything in life has this radiating, powerful electric pulsation to it. And that at our core, we are this very pulsation. All things are. All of life is pulsing, changing. And without this pulse, things wouldn't change, and without continual change, there wouldn't be the pulse. And the other point that it brought together for me was this idea of entrainment. That when we spend a lot of time together, when we spend time with another human being or groups, we start to entrain to each other's biorhythms. We entrain to attitudes, to electromagnetic fields, to belief systems, to ways of life. And we can see this here in this small community in Asheville, the way we take care of each other. And I believe there's an entrainment. So many people move here from outside, but when they get here, it takes time. There's like a settling in period. But then it's like this entrainment where you go, oh yeah, that's just how we live here, you know? Later on in the day, I was driving with a friend of mine, and he said, sometimes I just forget about the magic in life. Sometimes I just forget. And again, I was reminded of this idea of spanda, this idea of the pulse, that even our awareness of the magic of life pulses in and out. And it doesn't make it any less so, right? It's just that that's the natural cycle of change. Sometimes we are like bright lights, and sometimes we're in the dark.
What is yoga? Yoga is an invitation to know ourselves more deeply on many levels, in many ways, and through that to know our world, the nature and laws of our world, but also an invitation to explore how we approach one another.
And on Saturday, we open up at about 1 midday, and again, all the books are here for the weekend, and people can view those. In addition to that, we have the letterpress running, we have paper making demonstrations, and people can actually bind their own book. So they come away with this kind of party favor that's really attractive, because we letterpress a portion of it beforehand, and then they crank the press with the final run on it, and they get to see the tools of the trade. So that's something that's really also very unique to Bookopolis, is that it's in this environment where all these things happen. It's in the studio working environment. So people get to view the machines and the equipment, and that also brings the structure that all this rests on is here too. The community, the print shop.
Excellent. Then you can take it out and you can admire your beautiful artwork.
Just like me, when I did it for the first time, there was just started this love affair with letterpress and printing my own words and being able to work with movable type that still gets me jazzed.
Christine, how did you get into this aerial arts thing?
I got into it by being on vacation, of all things, down in the Bahamas, and decided to go for a tumble down the beach, and was spotted by someone who worked with the entertainment crew at a resort on another island. And he thought that with my background in dance and gymnastics, high diving, that I would be a good candidate for the flying trapeze, and of course I fell in love with it. Became addicted, and here we are.
Seems like you've got a lot of teachers here.
We do. We have a lot of instructors. As you can see, we've got Aerial Trapeze Academy in town. They are teaching the public to fly on the flying trapeze, which is something that I have been working on for 10 years to get here. So this is a dream come true.
You know, some brave soul is going to want to talk with me about art. It's all around us. Horn art over there. There are horns. Hello, would you like to talk with me about art? And anything else you'd really like to express, free expression. What is important?
Just enjoy what you're doing. And if you get enough grace, then you can create.
And so tell me what grace means when you're saying that. I like it. I like
enough
that.
Happiness.
Okay.
That you can sort of overflow into creating something. Okay. But you need a little reinforcement. That's the problem. So if you can't get reinforcement somewhere down the line.
Do you make art?
I try to write.
You're a writer.
I'm not sure art is more political. I'm trying political diatribes. But, I try to throw art around it to make people read it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Frank Douglas. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. Now an evacuee up here in Asheville, North Carolina. We're cooking at the Grey Eagle Dance Hall, which has the kitchen called Twin Cousins Kitchen. And we're going to be teaching a cooking class today on how to make jambalaya, gumbo, and shrimp etouffee. We're going to be using andouille sausage and tasso and a bunch of other South Louisiana ingredients. And you will be a Cajun chef in your neighborhood. This is my Mama Trunk's class secret recipe. Oh, in Boudreaux, they used to catch the shrimp by hand. Them suckers are slow, man. Aye, doggy, doggy, doggy.